If you ever hear a drum beating across the empty Mongolian plains at night, don't follow the sound, because the one playing it died hundreds of years ago. Tap follow before we begin. These stories echo long after they're told. Across the vast Mongolian steppe lies a region called the Ashen Hills, where the grass never grows tall and the wind carries strange, hollow sounds. Travelers avoid camping there, especially under the full moon, because that is when the drum begins. The legend tells of an ancient warrior named Boro Khan, a loyal commander who led a small band of soldiers against impossible odds. When a rival clan ambushed his men, Boro beat his war drum so loudly that the sound echoed for miles, guiding his scattered soldiers back to safety. But Boro himself never survived the battle. The wind buried his drum beneath the earth, and the hills turned grey with ash-like dust. But the steppe did not forget his final promise. So long as my drum sounds, my men will never be lost. Years passed, and that promise twisted into something else. Herders began reporting the same strange phenomenon. At night, when the wind dies and the steppe grows silent, a slow, steady drumbeat rises from the hills. Not chaotic, not violent, but rhythmic, measured, calling. One evening, a young horseman named Tomer lost his way during a sudden fog. His horse panicked, and every direction looked the same: endless dust, endless darkness. Then he heard it: boom, 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 a drum, deep and ancient. Tomer believed someone was signaling for him, just as Boro once signaled his men. So he rode toward the sound. With every step, the fog grew darker, the air heavier, and soon he noticed something terrifying. The drumbeats were not echoing. They were coming from beneath the ground. He dismounted, placing his ear to the earth, and heard a faint, ragged breathing. Not human, not alive. The ground pulsed like a heartbeat. Then a voice whispered through the fog. Soldier, you are late. Tomer staggered back as a massive shadow rose from the dust, the figure of a warrior holding a war drum made of cracked leather and bone. His armor was shattered, his eyes hollow, but his drumsticks moved with inhuman precision. The drumbeat grew louder, rattling the horse, shaking the earth beneath Tomer's feet. He turned to run, but the warrior appeared again, this time standing directly in his path, still striking that impossible drum. Once you hear the call, the spirit said, you march, or you join the fallen. Tomer sprinted blindly, the drumbeats chasing him across the plains like thunder. Only when he crossed the boundary of the Ashen Hills did the sound suddenly stop. Behind him, nothing but silent grass. But in the dust, he saw enormous footprints leading back toward the hills. Since that night, herders say the drum still beats whenever someone is lost. But it's up to the spirit to decide whether it is guiding you home or calling you to join his eternal army beneath the earth. If you heard that drum in the darkness, would you follow it? Tell me in the comments and follow for the next chilling legend.